The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field over the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Give to the single back. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
They'll ride the hot hand. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he's got some space. Running through contact. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got a chance. He's loose. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Aggie. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he added the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Matthews. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. That's reeled in. It's Jackson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot.
There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Vols are moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got it. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
About the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Volunteers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the...
Touchdown, Volunteers! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
It'll be 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Finding an escape route. He has 89 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Vols in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll try the run. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
How about these two running games so far as dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats? Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Jackson. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Lewis. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
The give to the tailback. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, he's over 100 now at 102 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Now the play fake. Looking to scramble. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown ball! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like
snatches it on the right. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He turns that loose down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Release to the back. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
They'll run play action. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
Leaves it with the running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Back to the ground with the running back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires downfield. He's got an open man.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Wants to fire on second down. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. And the Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the back. Turning it on. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He'll step out of bounds at his own 13-yard line, and that will not go down on the teach tape for kick returns. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He'll try to pop the draw. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Texas A&M going quickly. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the catch down the right side. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength. strength, and he did it there.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime and get a little juju going.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Jenkins. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Punt is on its way. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Volunteers will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half is the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Jenkins. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. Turns on the Jets. Touchdown Aggies. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Penn State was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Beaver Stadium. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been that Happy Valley crowd who leaves happy with the win. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. So here is the Tennessee offense. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Jefferson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do once he has it.
Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lewis. Quick spin on the ride. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Davis. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
The Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. The short hands. It's Odom. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. The give on the inside. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They've got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Quarterback running on the draw. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer. There he goes. Picks up the first down. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys on the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the second level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Extending the play. He's going to run it. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell, drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Looking left. It's caught downfield. It's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Knocked down, but not before. Gets the first down after recovering the fumble. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And the Aggies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Running back searching for a hole. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. It's Davis. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. If If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who start through the first 3 periods. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
A shot toward the end zone. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Defense wants to bring the heat. Powers forward. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers. That one ought to give them firm control with this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Oklahoma State is just getting blown out today. I've never seen this program look so bad, and I am a man. I'm 40.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long, and here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Rolling right and going deep. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Wide receiver going in motion. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
The option look. He'll pitch it. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
They'll leave it with him. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
And the Volunteers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a gap. It's Lewis. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll go to the toss. He gets enough for the 1st down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll go to the ground. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground.
And just leaving no doubt in this one, right? 4th down, they've got the lead, running the ball and picking up the first. They're going to ice this game, David.
You talk about 2-minute drills. This is how you end the ball on an offensive 2-minute drill when you're winning. Run the clock out, run the football, be physical, watch it go to zeros.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.